Hello there guys, it's me, Unstable Voltage. Welcome to episode 60 of Europa Universalis IV as Great Britain. Things aren't going too bad, we're starting to recover our manpower, we're still first in terms of score. I think it's safe to say that we've pretty much won the campaign in that respect. I don't really know if I have any sort of long-term goal for this campaign. I mean, I did say that I wanted to get into Asia, into India, Africa, Australia, and do a bit of trade and a bit of colonisation. I have managed to do that. I'm going to continue. I'm not going to just stop there. But we've certainly achieved a lot of what I wanted to do. I think one thing that I will do is I will definitely wait until France is integrated. If there's one thing that I want to definitely do in this playthrough, and especially because it's something I haven't done before, because it was only added in Common Sense, I want to be able to turn Great Britain into an empire officially. So that does mean that I need to get... random truces. It does mean that I need to get myself a few more provinces with development. Lots of random things ending here. But that's fine, we don't care about that too much. Just trying to rebuild trade fleets. Coffee will be produced. Call to arms, of course. Right, let's deal with these in orders. Gain trade dispute against the Congo, threatening our trade. Could deal with that. Muscovy. Come to their aid in the Commonwealth conquest of some... Oh, against the Commonwealth. Moldavia and Ryazan. Defensive war, we need to help our ally. Commonwealth is allied with the Livonian Order and Wurzburg. I'm going to accept because I think that's a fight where I don't really need to get involved. Free money, free prestige. Awesome. Yeah, so I'm not actually going to do anything with that because I don't think I need to. There are some hostile forces around. But I believe mainly France should be able to deal with that. Now the Congo. Never remember where that is. Down here somewhere. Kano, it's like Mortal Kombat. There's Congo. So I've got a CB against these guys. Not too sure why. We could go and colonise down here and then we'd be directly next to them. We could offer them a protectorate. And just start taking stuff from them. That could be quite interesting. Don't think I want to do that just yet, though. Do we want to leave these... Oh, there's another general dead. Do I want to leave these guys down here? I think we've got rid of most of the unrest. There isn't anything else that I can really take unless I want to declare war on the likes of Timbuktu or Jaen. Who are you allied with? You're allied with Kano and Yao. Well, Kano's down here. We haven't discovered them yet, but we know where they are. We can see them. Is it worth taking any of this stuff? Most of it is too far away. Most of it is technically distant overseas, I think. Yeah, it should say down there. Everything's minus 75. It's because of the autonomy, but I think that's because it's distant overseas. I'm at war. It won't let me decrease it anymore. I'm sure that's the reason, though. Sure, it's distant overseas. Oh well. Well, I don't intend to get involved in any more wars down there for the time being. But I didn't want to abandon that call because it was nice to try and actually, you know, keep the prestige. We need to get another debate in Parliament. Let's take all of these transports. We don't need all of these transports, but we're going to go and pick these guys up in Colombia because we don't need them down there. They're doing a good enough job on their own. So we need to start a new debate. Monthly autonomy change. That could be quite good, but it's 10 years, so it's 10 years at 0.5. So it's only going to be 5 autonomy over the 10 years. It's not an awful lot, really. Extra colonist and global settler increase is always good. Don't need the extra merchant. That's pointless. Some of these are quite nice. It would be nice to get the money because we do have a big loan that we'd like to pay off, but the loan's probably going to be due before this passes anyway. Let's go for the colonist one again. And let's see what we can do here. Local autonomy in a more. If we can avoid it, we'll avoid it. Lose 5 legitimacy. Yeah, I guess we can afford to do that. Don't want to lose army tradition. Admin power, yeah, I guess we can afford that. Gain a bit of inflation. Lose a bit more admin, sure. Don't want to lose mercantilism ever. 12 military power, yeah, not a problem. And then it's army tradition. We're basically down to army tradition, mercantilism, or local autonomy and more. Let's do the local autonomy. Takes us up to 90%. Should be enough. We should be fine. Fort defense or siege ability. Take the fort defense. Looks like Spain's getting sieged out here by Moroccan separatists. Won a random battle. Oh, apparently my trade fleet actually engaged some stuff up here. Wasn't expecting that. A few enemy ships around, so we will have to we'll have to repair those guys. We've got more lights here. So we did already have a fleet doing the North Sea, which I think is this fleet. So I'm just going to go ahead and rename this fleet to North Sea. Because it just makes it much easier. Let's press enter to make sure it works. It just makes it much easier when you're looking at the outliner that I can just see that this is my North Sea trade fleet. It's just really easy doing it that way. If I group these guys up and add them to the North Sea. Let's pause again, otherwise it always disappears off. Should be at the top, actually. No. English Channel, Amazonias. We are getting a lot of the trade control everywhere else. Send you to the North Sea. And when they group up, that should be fine. Privateers gained 65 ducats. Very nice. That is giving us power projection because we are privateering against Spain. Embargo in Spain. Embargo in the Ottomans. We're not embargo in Scandinavia, and we should be. Because they're our other rival. So that'll give us a little bit less decay. Another call to arms. Wow. This is Brandenburg going to war against Cologne, the hands of the Livonian Order. We're going to accept, because of course we don't want to get called out. Now this is a little bit more risky. I don't think we've got much to worry about in terms of naval problems. There's a random Friesland ship over here. What I am going to do is I'm just going to go and put my army maintenance back up. Just in case we get jumped on. I mean, it's not costing me all that much more money. Do we want to reduce inflation for admin power? I guess we could afford to do that a little bit. We've won another naval battle over here. France are actually landing troops. So that's all good stuff. We need 3 more lights to add back to the Lubeck trade node. We're still massively... Well, we're not massively below. That's the army force limit. Naval force limit. Yeah, we are still massively below. So we want 10 lights. And we want 3 more lights to add up. Now, what we also want to do is, while we can afford it, unmothball the heavies, get them upgraded, and then mothball them again. I can never remember if they actually go up to 25% while mothballed. So we'll keep our eye on that. Mercenary maintenance is reduced. That could be quite useful. Now, we know we are below our force limit by 10. What do we have here? We have 16. That'll put us over our force limit. What we could do is we could go ahead and grab a regimental camp here and there. So let's just go and grab a couple of these around. Now we're out of money again, but that's fine. We don't mind. We still got some forts to upgrade. Not too sure how well these wars are going to go. We should be okay, though. We shouldn't really be losing anything. We're just winning naval battles, apparently. Brandenburg are probably going to get wrecked against the Commonwealth. But hey, it keeps things interesting. We want to get another one of those regimental camps. But I bet we can't afford one because they're 206. So we'll wait. I want to increase my force limit. Don't want to have to make another template just because I'm lazy. Oh yeah, we had that Colonial Columbia. I'm going to pick you guys up. And we can return you home now because I think we've done all of the colonising down here. I'm going to start bringing home some of these random little stacks that we have. I guess you can just go and dock back in on Cornwall. Speaking of random little stacks, what do we have? Have the 4th Army. You're working on a colony, that's fine. You guys are also working on a colony, so we're okay with that. Speaking of which, a colony has just become self-sustaining. You the guys on the boat. Oh, is that our guy with the Conquistador? That's why he was randomly out there. Is there nothing else left you can explore? There is a little bit. Colonies become self-sustaining. I'm actually going to just change my plans and take this guy. And, well, we'll take a lot of attrition if we go out there. Let's go and just drop him off up here and just see if it is possible to do any more stuff with him. Another colony finished in Australia. This is definitely distant overseas. Yeah, overseas provinces cannot have an autonomy lower than 75%, which is a real pain in the hoop. We could probably grab that one as well. There's not a huge amount of point in grabbing this. They're not particularly good provinces, but, you know, each one has a development of 5. That one has a development of 6. This one has a development of 5. And we're still winning the odd few naval battles over here. All of those provincial developments add up on this thing here. So we're now at 910. So it does make a difference. Yeah, I'm not liking all this over here. Of course, if it means that France's army's getting wrecked, it weakens us a little bit, but it also means that France is less likely to turn around and revolt against me, which is always a good thing. Gain a base tax in Ghent for the loss of 25 church power. Well, that's fine, because we're probably at max church power anyway. Yeah, we would have been almost. Our religious unit is at 125%. There are no provinces left that need converting at all. So things are going really, really well. Few random CBs that we're not too bothered about. Now we can almost get our next humanist idea. What about tech? We're ahead of time in tech. So the next thing we get is better relations over time, which will be quite useful. The final one we get is tolerance of heathens, and it'll also give us a minus 10% idea cost. So that could be quite useful to us if we take a military idea, which I think we may well need to. We've actually lost a few more light ships there, which is a bit of a pain. Just gaining random CBs against natives, which is pretty standard. So that's the Channel Squadron. So you're the North Sea at 35, and the 37's the Lubeck one. So we'll take these 3, group them. We can't group them up, so we'll just move them into Yorkshire, Yorkshire, depending on what part of the UK you're from. You say it slightly differently. I'm from the sort of the middle area of the country, so we tend to say shire for some reason. So it'd be like Yorkshire, Derbyshire, Lancashire. We don't say Shire. It's a Shire is more, I think, if you're from the south, you would say Lincolnshire, Derbyshire, Yorkshire. One that people often get confused with is this one. I know that a lot of Americans struggle with the pronunciation because it's a really weird name. I know a lot of Americans that I know pronounce it Gloucestershire, but in the UK it's Gloucester. So Gloucestershire or Gloucestershire, depending on the part of the UK. But the first bit is Gloss. Because the sort of city is Gloucester. So now you know. You guys are going to go and join Lubeck, because Lubeck has 37. This will make it up to a nice round 40. There we go. Don't ask me about any of these ones, because Welsh is just a completely different language to English. And it's a weird thing, because most people in Wales speak English, but no one in England really speaks Welsh. And for native English speakers, Welsh is quite difficult because it has a lot of the letters in the Welsh language are pronounced differently to how they are pronounced in English, so it's quite tricky. We actually just took some damage there on that fleet, which I'm not happy about. I'm going to go and mothball the heavies, and we might have to go down there and do some blockading. Another advisor has died, but at least it wasn't the admin advisor this time. National manpower modifier could be quite useful. Let's just keep pumping out the military tech. We've got quite a lot of low-level advisors at the moment. Where is this random rebellion? Okay, we've got a rebellion over here now that I've moved my troops away. That's a pain. So I've got you guys up here. I'm going to put you back on the boat now. I know you're really enjoying all this getting shipped around everywhere, but we need to go and sort these guys out. We need to help our colonial nation there a little bit. So you're blockading me there, are you? With a... Oh, it is a heavy. I'll give you kudos for that. But just out of curiosity, 1 heavy versus 25, who's going to win? Only vanished. As if by magic. He just disappeared. I mean, he's over there now, but he wasn't there a second ago. Naughty, naughty. Let's make sure we keep producing these lights, though. Get our trade fleet back up and running again. Have we landed you yet? Indeed, we have. So you're going to go over there. Now, we are attacking into the jungle, which is not a fantastic idea, but we should be able to squash those. They're only peasants anyway. So we should be able to win that and re-siege. Very good. Keep our eye over here and make sure we're not losing anything. I mean, I know that we're going to be losing battles, but as long as we don't end up losing troops and we don't end up losing land... Ideally, we'd like not to be losing ships, but that doesn't always work. Can we actually catch you? That is the question. Would like these guys to get up to being almost at full health before we do. Are you going to join up? You're on the same trade node, I think. No, you're just going to go back into the enemy territory again and get wiped out. Yeah, you've just taken a spill there. It's Cologne's navy that's wiping ships out. That is very annoying. Will they be so cocky if I go down there and park 25 heavies on their borders? That is the question. Gain some inflation for admin power. Yeah, let's do that. Because we are still working on that admin idea group. I'm still privateering. They're the heavies. They're the transports. You finished unsieging that, so you can get back on the boat, I suppose. Managed to privateer some more stuff. Okay, so let's try this again. We're going to put you on the transport. We're going to grab the transports. We're going to go and drop you off over in Florida. Spain is still colonizing in this direction. We'll see if we can grab Pensacola and block them off. We can grab a tech, military tech again. We are still ahead of time. We're not going to be ahead of time for too long. We're not at the cap yet. We can at least wait until next year, which will reduce it by another 10%. So we're not going to worry about that right now. We've still got a few random troops spread about. We did win a naval battle up there this time. And how are the heavies doing? Heavies are at 100%. We're probably not going to be able to catch this guy. Yeah, you're not so cocky now, are you? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my heavies in up here, because this is where these guys are being really, really annoying. And they're bothering my trade ships. Do we have the reach up here? Yeah, we do, quite easily. So we don't have to worry too much about that. The game seems to be very juddery at the moment. I think this is one of the other issues that was giving me the problems with frame rate when I recorded the last lot of videos. I thought maybe it was because that I was running the game at a higher speed, or because I was zooming out quite a lot. But I honestly think that it's more down to the previous patch. Seems to be what's causing a lot of the problems. We'll have a quick look around here and just see if there's any ships that we can sink. What we'd like to do is keep all of the enemy navies penned in. In fact, I've got a little bit of a plan here. Let's go and see if we can bait them. We'll grab one of these random lights. We'll move into one of these... Oh, we encountered something. Oh, it's you. You've decided you want to go and throw down. Well, that wasn't the plan. The plan was I was going to try and move my random lights into one of these provinces over here. One of these sea zones. Well, that wasn't how it was supposed to work. They've actually retreated. So, okay, let's move you in over here. You're going to move back. So they do have some navy around somewhere, although it seems to have disappeared mostly. But what I'm trying to do is bait their navy out to try and attack this light here. Colony has become self-sustaining. So, where is that? Is that the Australian one? Or that's probably the one over here, isn't it? That is indeed this one. We can add you to the trade company. Now, where do we go from here? Probably to here. So, let's go work on that. Let's send a colonist. We will need to get those guys across, so I'll need to move my transports down. Don't have any transports up here. But you still have like 1,000,000% liberty desire, don't you? You do, but you still quite like us. Opinion's helping. It is burning off. You're still rebellious. Aggressive expansion is burning off. Improved relations could be more, so let's go ahead and start improving relations. Let's go find that army with the Conquistador in. So the question is, can you continue to hunt for the 7 cities? Doesn't appear that you can. Can you get your arses over here? No. But if we could drop you there, we'd be alright. So we're going to do that. Hopefully we won't take too much attrition. We'll have to be careful. These guys haven't come out to attack you yet. I was really hoping that they would come out and try and attack, and then I was just going to move in with my heavies. But they don't appear to be that stupid. Well, that's fine. Those are the guys with the biggest problem. We'll put the heavies in there. You can join up with the Lubeck trade node. And we'll keep them penned in. We're probably still making money. Yep, still making 30 odd ducats. One another little naval battle there. Tech, we can still grab. Again, I don't think we need to do that right now. I don't think we'll hit the cap even if we wait until next January, so that should be fine. I think we still need to build light ships, because we are still well below our quota. Royal marriage with Brandenburg has ended. We can get another 10 troops. So let's go ahead and... Well, I can't get 16 if we can only get 10. No, it's 20, isn't it? 39 to 59. 20. Let's go ahead and get the 16. I knew I'd looked at the number and thought I can build a 16 stack. And then I looked at the number again and thought, oh, I can't build a 16 stack. And no idea why. Very annoying, this flipping heavy that keeps coming out here, but... Keep losing the occasional random ship, which is quite a pain. Did I have something down there? Or was that France losing a naval battle? I'm not too sure what happened there. Do you want to keep my eye on these guys? So how are they doing this? I suppose the transports have got to go all the way around the transports have got to go all the way around South America. So I suppose the transport should dock... No, which one's the one that has the dock on the south? One of them does. One of them used to. This one. There we go. So you're going to dock there. And you guys are going to... I'll do it manually. It'll be easier. So because this is the one that has the port on the south, this is the closest port to the area we can drop them off. Which I suppose is... here. Unless we can get military access from Portuguese Mexico, which I think we can. Yeah, we can get military access from Portuguese Mexico, so we'll be able to get through there. That's not going to be too harsh. I'm okay with that. But we're well over the 25-minute mark, and I know we're in the middle of 2 wars, so it's probably not the best point to stop, but I've got to stop sometime. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying EU4 as Great Britain, and I'll see you on the next video. So until then, goodbye for now.